guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video and welcome to the last video of 2020. I'm a bit sorry about the sun background thing. I don't know what's going on with the weather here. Yesterday and today I woke up and there's loads of snow, and then my house is on like a hill, and then the drive is a hill, and I drive like a sports car that's a coupe. So yeah, I'm waiting on the snow melting basically, and that's what's happening now. But the sun is very bright, and yeah, I mean, it's just a mess like the rest of 2020. So apt. And I can't really wait any longer to film it because I need to edit this, upload it, which takes sweet little time. And I'm filming this on the 31st, so it is the last day of 2020. And today's video is going to kind of be my New Year's resolutions, thoughts, hopes, dreams, and the same for the channel and the same for the L word. So let's get into all of that. As you guys know, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because there is a lot coming up in 2021. Lots of information is going to start coming out soon about season 2 of Generation Q. So make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you like the video if you enjoy it. Make sure you comment down below. Miss G would like all cuteness comments. And also don't forget to check out my merch. There's 2 pieces currently available, and they're long sleeve tees, short sleeve tees, hoodies, phone covers, everything. And there will be some new pieces coming in 2021 also. And if all of that doesn't quell your L word appetite, make sure that you're following me on all of the social media platforms because I post even more L word content over there. So let's get started. I'm gonna talk about my kind of thoughts first, then the channels, then the shows, and I'll timestamp them down below. As I'm aware, some people will just be here for the L word information, no offense taken. So as I spoke about a lot on the channel, I used to talk about this a lot more before I really did the L word. I mean, this time last year, my channel didn't even have 100 subscribers, and I think I had like 500 views total on like maybe 3 or 4 videos. So nothing really on the channel took off until I started doing the L word. And as I've said before, I started my channel with season 1, episode 6, and it was the episode where Tina came back because I was just so excited, and I don't really have a big gay community where I live right now, so all I wanted to do was talk about Tina and coming back and what this meant. And thankfully I did a video, and it was not the greatest. My early videos are not the greatest, and not that you know, I think I'm some amazing YouTuber now. I'm still learning, and you guys have been kind enough to stick with me through this journey, so thank you so much. And I've just loved every second of it. I've lost about 230 pounds altogether. I'm gonna put in here too a side-by-side of the video I uploaded last year and the one right now, so you can see. This year I've lost just under 100, I think about 90 pounds, and the other 140 I lost the year before, well, the 9 months before. And I'm hoping that by April, which is April 2019, is when I started really losing weight. Like, I lost a little bit before, and I'm hoping that by the end of April this year, I will be very, very close or at my goal weight. And then I'd like May to be, I am finally there, like celebration party, let's go. And I will be at goal weight for if Laurel's show still takes place in July in London. So I've always said when I get to my goal weight, I would do like a loose skin thing. I actually don't have terrible problems, especially for having lost so much, like 230. Obviously I do have a little bit of loose skin, and I really am planning on, once I get to goal weight, I want to get a kind of reduction and lift, so I will definitely be getting that done. And probably next year would love to start the process of that, because I think you have to stay at like your goal weight for 6 months. So towards the end of the year, I'd be loving to get that going and maybe even starting the process. Last year, after I'd lost like a lot of the weight and I hit about 200 pounds lost, I was like, I really want to go on a trip to somewhere that I've never been and that I really want to go to. And that place was always Hawaii. And I actually booked a trip, but it was booked for April 2020. And of course, even though where I live now, we don't have COVID, we haven't had COVID since the summer. It's been like 8 months since we've had any sort of restrictions on our lives. We don't socially distance, we don't wear masks, we don't have any tiers or rules or anything. And if anyone says different, there are other islands in the UK that do have COVID, but the Isle of Man is COVID free. And we did have it March, April, like a few cases. And we did a really, really strict lockdown. I'll link in the cards above. I did a video about this, about the Isle of Man and its like reaction to COVID. So if you want to know more about that, you can watch that video. And basically the only rule is you cannot come here unless you are a resident or you have an exemption. And recently they've really tightened the exemption thing. So if I can go away and come back because I'm a resident, but when you come back, you have to quarantine for 14 days and do a test on day 1 and day 13. But if you don't do the test, you have to quarantine for 21 days. So I've been away only once. I took my brother to university, but now I took him back in like October because it was when the UK was going into that big lockdown again. Since all his classes are online, I just don't see any point in him being there now. So he lives here and goes about his normal life and just does his classes online. So that's the way it's going to stay for a while. But I definitely, whether it be next year, the world's just starting to get back to normal, or even if I book it for the year after, I really want to book a trip like that to either Hawaii or the Maldives. So those are definitely trips I want to take soon. So onto the channel. I mean, the channel from this time last year, and you told me this is where I would be this time, you know, going into 2021. Well, how much things have changed, but I definitely never would have thought that I could get so lucky with the people that have come to my channel, that subscribe, that watch, that comment and like. Everyone is just so fantastic to me and really, really kind. I love every second of being on YouTube and doing the videos and talking to you guys, and even like the editing process. Like I love all that, and I talk about it a lot in my real life, and I'm just really, really thankful for you guys and the show, and I want to keep growing it. I know this year, you know, we only really had 2 new episodes this year, so the fact that I was able to still grow the channel and still, you know, get conversations going with you guys is really amazing to me. So I'm so excited for when we have a full 10 episode season with season 2, and we can do reviews, trailer breakdowns, all these types of videos. Of course, I would absolutely love to be able to interview cast or something like that, but I think I'm way too small time for that. But maybe if my subscriber count keeps growing, that would be ideal. I'm about to hit 4,000 subscribers. I need about another 110, 115. And when I hit 5,000, I said I would do some sort of L word tattoo, because this arm is like turning into a sleeve. I've got Wonder Woman back there and like loads of other ones. So I definitely we'll do that when it hits 5,000. I have to go and see my tattoo guy next week, and I normally just like tell him my idea and he comes up with something amazing. And then when I hit 10,000, or if if I'm lucky enough to hit 10,000, I would definitely do something like ash, silver, something. If anybody's good at design that way, let me know. But I definitely want the channel to keep growing. The more subscribers and the more views is the more time that I can dedicate to the channel, and hope that it keeps growing and more awesome people join. So currently I'm at about 1.1 million views, so I would love for 2021 to be able to hit 2 million views. That is a big ask, and I think it could possibly be achieved if the L Word comes back for a second season, which I'll talk about in a minute. And obviously it is going to come back at some stage, but just about when we get it back. During December, I did the L Word Advent Calendar, where every single day, December 1st through 26th, I did an L Word video, and I had my subscriber count grow significantly in that time, and really enjoyed some of the comments left by the new subscribers to my channel. So thank you very much if you joined during the Advent Calendar. It's something I definitely will do again in December next year. Hopefully we have a lot more content from season 2 of Generation Q. And I'm also pretty sure that I will do Pride Month similar to the Advent Calendar and release a video every single day. Those will focus more on the LGBTQ community as a whole, and then the lives each week will benefit some sort of LGBTQ charity. So definitely going to be doing that. And also when Generation Q season 2 is coming, I don't know whether I could do the whole month, because they are normally quite tight-lipped about what's happening, unless some miracle occurred and, you know, Showtime were talking to me or something, that I would love to do, at least for the 2 weeks before the premiere, that we did a video every day, like talking about trailers and what's going to happen and this and that, and people who are coming in to guest star. So I would love to be able to do something like that before the season 2 premiere, and I definitely will do something, but just about time and logistics and how it would work, basically. Depending on when Generation Q season 2 airs, I'm really keen to maybe do another show or another couple of shows. I do really enjoy Dexter on Showtime, but I know it's not an LGBTQ show. It's a really popular show, and I think a lot of people like it. And I'm definitely open to any suggestions that anyone wants to make. And hopefully we will have some LGBTQ shows to talk about in 2021. So on to the show and the L Word Generation Q, what's going to happen, when I think it's coming back, all of that. And I guess the first thing would be, when is it coming back? As I said in my season 2 Generation Q news, they seem to be filming from November until June. That is the 8-month window that a lot of people associated with the show are talking about. It does seem like a really, really long time in comparison last year. And I mean, when I say November, that's like prep in November, and then they actually didn't start shooting until like the 30th. So if you're talking prep, like season 1 of Generation Q shot in 2019, from July, August, September, October, November, that's 5 months. So this is nearly double, and nearly double for only 2 more episodes. As I did say in that Generation Q video as well, they are doing this thing that they don't normally do, and it's because of COVID, in that they normally shoot the entirety of 1 episode, the entirety of 2, the entirety of 3, but at the moment, to avoid going back and forth to a bunch of places, they're basically shooting 3 episodes together, so 1 through 3 4 through 6, 7 through 9, and then I'm assuming the 10th episode, because it's the finale, is having its own, shoot. So it could be something to do with that, but I would think if anything that would speed things up a little bit. Again, this is my thought, this has not come from anywhere, this is not a source, is that they were shooting season 2 and 3 back to back, but that just seems so unlikely because they would have to be renewed for season 3 already, and that hasn't been made public in any way. And also it seems then early that they'd be shooting season 3, so I don't think it's that. But season 3, would love to see them renewed for that. They did used to, with the L Word, get renewed pretty early on in the season. I think the first and second season, they were renewed by the time the first episode, just after it aired. And with season 1, I mean, with new shows, it generally they do wait a little bit longer sometimes. And it was the episode where Tina appeared, the 6th episode, where they did renew it. So hopefully we'll hear some news when it starts airing. That would be great to know we're getting another season, especially because it was so long between this season and last. And if somebody, held a gun to my head and said, you have to tell me when you think the L Word Generation Q season 2 is airing, part of me thinks this won't happen because it's during the summer. And I'm thinking June or July, but I don't think that will because Showtime usually don't, and any network don't usually put out new shows during the summer because there's just not the viewership there usually is. People are outside enjoying the sun, they're off for the summer, schools are closed, people are traveling. So if they could get the show out in July, they might hold on to it until September, and that is more realistically what I'm thinking. But there's also the unexpected add-on of COVID, so they could just be really wanting to get the show out because the show should be out now. So they might just say, to hell with summer, just put the show out as soon as possible. So it could put the summertime back in the mix, but I really, really think that it will be more like September when we will be getting the show, maybe the very end of August. But I would love to see it as soon as possible. And I, of course, hope that everyone is still staying safe. That was really hard to say, but I would love some information or anything about the show. I know there was still auditions for some episodes going on a couple of weeks ago. I was kind of surprised to hear that because I thought in all that time they would have cast, everything they could, but maybe, people didn't know their schedules or whatnot. So there was still some casting going on, at least until a few weeks ago, that's for sure. But I'm really, really glad that they are filming. They're obviously off now. It's New Year's Eve today and New Year's tomorrow. So they should be going back next week to film. They have only got a few weeks in the bag, so they probably don't even have half an episode shot yet because of the way they're doing it with this episodes 1, 2, and 3 filming at the same time. So hopefully by the end of January, they have most of episodes 1, 2, and 3 done, and we will be getting to see them anytime soon. And I hope that because they know we've waited for so long, that we can get some trailers or sneak peeks. They did release last season the first trailer very, very quickly, and it was only the little bits with like Bette doing the speech, Shane coming down the plane. So hopefully they do that and give us a little teaser trailer soon. And of course, the second it goes up, I will do a reaction with like the little box and talk about it on the channel as well. So we've got Bette going back into the art world. We have Shane back in the mix, Alice, Nat, and Gigi's still going to be around. And we also have Angie being bumped up to series regular. We know we have Rosie O'Donnell coming over as Carrie, and I expect to see her in no more than 3 episodes. And of course, we have Sophie's Choice hanging in limbo. Be interesting to see, obviously, who she chooses, but also the fallout of the whole thing, because they're all friends, and then Sophie and Finley work together, and they're also bringing the older ones into the mix. So it will definitely be interesting for sure. I cannot wait to find out. And that is pretty much it for all my resolutions, predictions, thoughts for 2021. My main thing for 2021 is that I hope that everyone continues being happy, healthy, staying safe, looking after each other. And I hope the same goes for the cast, crew, writers, directors, everyone involved with the show, as they bring us so much joy by making the show. It really, really means a lot to this community, me, everyone on the channel. So I'm just really excited that we're getting another season of Generation Q. And thank you so much to every single person who has watched one of my videos, become a subscriber, comment, comes to my live. You guys are just the absolute best, and you make my life better every single day. Make sure tomorrow that you come to my New Year's Day special live. It will be tomorrow, Friday, the 1st of January 2021, and it'll be the usual time, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 11 a.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified every time I post a new video about Generation Q Season 2. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and comment some of your New Year's resolutions down below. And also, if you enjoy the L word, why not get yourself a New Year's treat in the form of one of my pieces of merch? The link is in the info box down below this video. And if all that doesn't satisfy your L word appetite, make sure to follow me on social media for even more L word content. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this channel. And here's to 2021 being a happier, healthier, and all around better year for everyone. Make sure to take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye! Want all the Generation Q Season 2 info? Click this video. And want to know all the Season 2 casting news? Carrie is revealed. Click this video.